PlayStation as a brand, they just take from you. All they do is take. They take and they take and they give you nothing back. You can be a subscriber to Premium, they take from you. You can buy all their exclusives. You can be part of the minority that buys their exclusives day one at full price and they take from you. They take and they take from you. You buy the VR2 and they take from you, right? It's a very greedy, anti-consumer ecosystem that is not for the players, it's for the payers. And I paid for a very long time and got nothing back. Are we demonizing exclusives? Now, people like Xfault, Reforge, people like JTech and all the PlayStation fanatics, they will say that anyone else that says exclusives are a bad thing, anyone like, oh no, is Alex, Gara the Rage, Frit, myself, and many others, anyone who says that exclusives are a thing of the past, they're bad for the consumer, they're bad for the player and they need to go, anyone that says that is demonizing exclusives. And you know what? You're right. We are. Proudly. Now, I understand where this is coming from, right? These fanatics, this comes from a place of fear. Let me explain it to you. They are afraid, and rightfully afraid. They are terrified what their exclusive games coming over to Xbox really means. For Xbox, this isn't a big deal. See, the Xbox doesn't need exclusives to anchor people down into their ecosystem because unlike PlayStation, Xbox has value. It has real offerings to a gamer outside of just locking exclusives behind that system though. PlayStation has nothing except for exclusives. That's all they have to offer you. You see, most people, and I think I speak for most people, cannot afford to have more than one main system. I am a man. I have a family to provide for, lights to keep on, heating to provide, food, bread to buy, a child to raise. I cannot afford to just go buy another system simply because there's some games on there I might want to play, right? It's not realistic. So I, like many of you, had to make a choice. I had to decide what system was going to be my system and make that choice subjectively depending on what I wanted for me. And for me, I wanted those exclusives. I was a single player gamer. I wanted The Last of Us. I wanted the Ghost of Tsushima. I wanted that cinematic gaming experience that PlayStation provided for me. And there's nothing wrong in that decision. But by making that decision, I was being tied down into PlayStation. I was also being tied down into the digital one, which meant I was tied into the digital online store on PlayStation, where they can charge me whatever they wanted, and trust me, they did. Now, here's the thing. You don't realize it at the time. You don't realize it at PlayStation until you experience the Xbox. That the PlayStation ecosystem, PlayStation as a brand, they just take from you. All they do is take. They take and they take and they give you nothing back. You can be a subscriber to Premium, they take from you. You can buy all their exclusives. You can be part of the minority that buys their exclusives day one at full price and they take from you. They take and they take from you. You buy the VR2 and they take from you, right? It's a very greedy, anti-consumer ecosystem that is not for the players, it's for the payers. And I paid for a very long time and got nothing back. But I took it. I bent over and I took it for the exclusives, right? That's what I did. But on Xbox, it's not like that. It gives back. You have Game Pass, which is like a gift that I can't even really demonstrate vocally how much value it really has, but it gives to you. You turn on the Xbox, you start playing a game, you get points, you get rewarded. And guess what? You can trade in those points for gift cards and use them to pay for Game Pass, meaning Game Pass can be completely free on the Xbox system. Which means you're just getting these games for nothing at this point. Like, they're just handing you them. They're just going, here's Doom, here's Exhibition 33, here's Avowed, you don't even need to pay for it. Sniper Elite, there you go. Cost you not a dime. Well, enjoy yourself. That's the difference between these two systems. So imagine the fear from people like Xvolt, people like Reforge. Imagine the fear for the fanatic. Not someone like me who can appreciate what good stuff Xbox is doing once I was there. And the veil of how great PlayStation was easy to lift. But imagine the fanatic. Imagine this world where exclusives are no more. And the only thing separating an Xbox and a PlayStation is the value of the system, the ecosystem it provides, the community there. And just PlayStation dies. In this situation, PlayStation is doomed, bruv. Trust me, PlayStation do not want their exclusives on other systems. They don't want that because it is all they have. It's their only anchor. Their only selling point is, well, if you want to play Last of Us, unless you're on PC. But if you're on Xbox, you can't, right? You have to buy one. Well, that's a big ask, right? But if their games come over to Xbox, I don't know why anyone would stay there. I would imagine even the most fanatical PlayStation gamer must think to themselves, if their games are all going to be on Xbox, Gran Turismo and God of War, all these games, Ghost of Tsushima, whatever it may be, Ratchet and Clank, a new Infamous comes out, they're all on Xbox. Why the hell would you stay on PlayStation, bro? They have Game Pass over there. So I can just switch to Xbox, get everything on Game Pass, and still get the exclusive games. I don't need this system no more, bro. Like, what else do I need this for? There'd literally be no reason to have one. It would die. It would be slow, because Xbox are terrible at marketing their shit. It would be slow. But the more people that got into Xbox would realise, hang on a minute, I've been getting ripped off. I've been getting just taken advantage of for years. And now I come to Xbox and I'm getting real value. Listen, about the exclusive thing, I have been you, right? And I feel bad about it now, but I was the guy that would stand there and rub my exclusive games in the face of other gamers. And it's terrible. I'd be like, Uncharted 2 is so amazing. Shame you can't play it. It was a shame. It's a crying shame. Everyone should experience that. I'd be like, God of War 3, shame you can't play it. It's a massive fucking shame. Right? I would be standing there quoting Metacritic scores. Oh, look at God of War 2018 got this score. Look at your Sea of Thieves only got this score. I was such a child. So I never sat and thought about the implications of that. Why am I happy that my fellow gamer couldn't experience the games I was playing? And it wasn't just me. There's guys on Xbox who used to love the fact that I couldn't play Halo. When Halo 2 came out and it was like the biggest thing in gaming at the time, I didn't get to play it. And they loved that I didn't get to play it. But that's just the banter. That's the light-hearted stuff about this game. But all I'm saying is, it's gaming now should be done with it. People should be able to experience any game they want on any platform they choose. And exclusives just, they're not, exclusives aren't for the players. You know what I mean? They're for the payers. It's toxic, is what it is. And it needs to go. Now I have both. I hate the idea that anyone can't experience what I experienced playing Combat Evolved with my wife. That's a memory I treasured. And I think everyone should get to experience that. So, but I do understand the fear though. From the PlayStation fanatic. I understand the fear. But for most gamers though, it would be such a great thing. Not something to be feared, but something to, be revered. It's such a great thing if everyone can experience everything. And I know it's an ideal world, but we should all be aiming for that to come true. But I'm telling you, PlayStation are in a very tricky situation now. They do not want it to happen. They don't. But they now are financially incentivized to do it because they need the money. The PlayStation fans just don't turn up to buy their games. And now they're looking at the install base on Xbox and thinking, well, that's a big market we haven't explored yet. Like I said before, PlayStation fans, you are pushing them into this. You are forcing their hand because you just don't turn up to buy their games, bruv. So you can stand and you can cry and you can try badly to defend why exclusives are a good thing. But they're not. And they're actually killing Sony right now. Unfortunately, Sony have done such a poor job at making the PlayStation really worth having that they might not have a choice. And when that happens, I would Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens to these channels then. Anyway, that's the video. It's gone on. Sorry for ranting for so long. Jesus Christ, I can go on when I want to.